Masculinity is not outdated, it is not toxic, it is essential. When we give a piece of ourselves just as much as Adam gave a piece of his rib to Eve, we essentially, that's how we give peace to others. By providing, by protecting, by giving that providence of God. John 14:27. Peace I leave you, peace I give you. Not as the world gives, do I give to you. Let not your hearts be troubled, neither let them be afraid. Hey, what's up guys? So I'm coming to you another video. You know, I wanted to post something about pop culture and in God's perfect timing, because I still wanted to make something a lot meaningful with that. And so in his perfect timing, my friend, my homie from Canada, David Neill, who also I met in Las Vegas, but you know, he posted something on what is masculinity, and he uses the photo of the Gladiator, you know, Russell Crowe, Maximus Decimus Meridius, you know, and with Gladiator 2 that just came out a couple of weeks ago, I figured, yo, this is kind of perfect, in which I get to talk about like Gladiator 2 and still talk about like masculinity, and which also is kind of like a preface or a appetizer to a video I'm editing right now, one of my podcast videos I did with my friend Mark here, and we're talking about like Catholicism and manhood, Catholicism, military, and all this stuff. So pretty much this is, like I said, a precursor, an appetizer to that video. So yeah, if you're new to this channel, what is up? My name is Mitch, Maverick Mitch. Hey Mitch, all the Mitches, the call sign Don, and pretty much I like talking about what I talk about. So politics, pop culture, everything in between. Be sure to check out all those videos as you're finishing this video, and of course hit that like, share, and subscribe as it feeds the algorithm. With that said, roll intro and let's get into it. Getting to it, like I said, my friend, my homie, David, posted this on Facebook, right? And it got some little traction within his group, and he does, and shout out to him, because, you know, he does like fitness, coach, all that stuff. So give a quick shout out to him. Check him out on Instagram, David Neill Fit, you know, so shout out to David right there. And again, like there's some comments here, and we'll probably get into that, but you know, when we're talking about masculinity, I kind of want to give some disclaimers first, right? I'm gonna pull like the AOC, I'm no expert on this, right? But here's the thing though, right? I'm not trying to come at this as like some alpha male type of thing, you know, like, you know, manosphere type of thing, kind of be like, here's 5 ways how to be masculine today. You're like, no, I'm treating this more as a philosophy, right? I'm treating this more as, less as a, you know, a remedy, more of a therapy, you know, physical, social, like, spiritual, mental therapy, right? You know, and treating this as like, what do we have to change in our minds, right? You know, obviously there's still very a physical aspect of being masculine, but I'm focusing this and narrowing it on like on a like I said, a philosophy level. But so getting into it with David's post, I'm gonna read this off with Gladiator 2 playing in the background just to set the tone, right? So, what is masculinity? Masculinity has been under attack. Some call it toxic, others act like it's unnecessary. But here's the truth. True masculinity is non-negotiable. It's about responsibility, strength, and leadership. Qualities that society desperately needs, but some seem afraid to embrace. It's not about aggression or suppressing emotion. But let's be clear, masculinity isn't about being soft either. It's the ability to protect, to provide, and to show up for those who depend on you, even when it's hard. Masculinity is about leading by example, not whining about life's challenges. It's about self-mastery, disciplining your mind, body, and emotions instead of blaming the world for your circumstances. Being masculine means having the backbone to stand firm for your values, even when the world tries to tear you down. It's about being the man who others can trust, respect, and look to for strength in a storm. If you think masculinity is outdated, you've been lied to. It's not toxic, it's essential. So, what does masculinity mean to you? Are you stepping into it, or are you running away from it? You know what? Watching a Gladiator 2 embodies this so much. You know, you see this Lucius character coming out of, he's taking away from his home, he's lost from Rome, and now he wants this vengeance, right? And we can talk about that, but he changes his vengeance into a level of responsibility, strength, and leadership, right? And I think those are awesome. And there's a level of peace that is disrupted, but by doing so, he gives that peace away and a piece of himself to Rome, right? There's a level of sacrifice, and just as much as women bear children and they're sacrificing their bodies, I think men and manhood and that idea, we are sacrificing a piece of ourselves to protect, to provide, to give ourselves to others. And I think that really embodies what masculinity, what David is trying to embody here too, and trying to explain here, right? And again, I'm not trying to come up out here like as the #1 person and everything, but I think there, like I said, there is there's a thought process for all of us dudes, right? Because we want to, in order for us to be what we find meaning and purpose is through leadership, is through strength, and is through responsibility. I think even Shia LaBeouf has talking about what does manhood look for him, and it's responsibility at like going into like the world as being a father and all that stuff. And I think that's true. And I think when I said when it comes to peace, a lot of dudes are out there, maybe I'm talking more about myself, we have a level of peace, you know, and to bring fatherhood into that, to bring another person into it, is disrupting the peace, but it is for a greater purpose, you know. And you know, if you can't find a significant other, and if you devote your life to something greater, to God, to something, I think that's also, you are sacrificing yourself, you're finding that peace in giving that peace away to something that's greater. And so, alright, wrapping it up, I don't want to make this video too long. I think we kind of get the idea here, and we can expand this on more in the comment section. Also, again, I'm doing another video with my friend Mark talking about almost pretty much the same topic, but if I'm gonna leave it off anywhere, I think I love this idea of providing for others, responsibility, protecting others. You know, harkens back to tradition, and a lot of people are striving for tradition right now, you know, harking back to this idea of stoicism, right? This idea of chivalry, right? I think we definitely as guys need to embody that in our lives today, and especially in my podcast video I'm doing with Mark, we're talking about Catholic manhood, right? Christian manhood. How does that look like in our lives, right? And again, this idea of self-mastery, right? Controlling your body, your mind, your spirit, your soul, and in your social life, right, too. You know, you don't want to associate yourself, well, you could, I suppose, be in the world a little bit, but like what they say, you know, like the 5 people around you that you surround yourself the most reflects on who you are, type of thing. And if they're on a different level, they can elevate you even more, right? And all that good stuff, right? But again, what I really wanted to drive in here is this level of not even just strength and leadership, all of that is great, it's that level of responsibility. In summary, masculinity is not outdated, it is not toxic, it is essential. When we give our piece of ourselves, just as much as Adam gave a piece of his rib to Eve, we essentially, that's how we give peace to others. By providing, by protecting, by giving that providence of God. John 14:27, peace I leave you, peace I give you. Not as the world gives, do I give to you. Let not your hearts be troubled, neither let them be afraid. With that said, let's wrap it up there. Thank you for watching. Hit that comment below. Follow me on X, Maverick Mitch, on Instagram, Hey Mitch Mitch, and see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Peace, peace, peace. Be with you. E como espiritu tuo.